Hi everyone, it's Rhonda. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you find some inspiration today. This is per the request of my friend Karin. She sent me a message and said, please do part 2 on this booklet. So I was going to just show you the final, but this is for Karin because she really wanted it. So I made these big, these ties, because you're working in it, but I will shorten them when I'm finished. So I'll show you what I've been doing. I don't know if I had that in there. And this is that pocket with the glassine. And haven't done anything there. Sometimes these ties are a little difficult to turn the pages. I don't know if I put that in there. It's just one of my mini M-I-N-I little booklet that I love making these. I just do. And so I thought I'd stick that in there. And then this page, trying to make sure you can see it because it's kind of bent down. I wanted to add this label that came off of Karin from Billet, Doux. My order from her, I ordered this vintage French lace. So I wanted to keep the label and put it in here. So we'll just put that in. I hope you guys are having a nice week. We're just slowing down right now at this point. There'll be, if you don't know, if you're new here, we're in the process of getting our home ready to sell. So, you know, we've been here many years, and there was a lot of stuff to go through. And these real estate agents want your home with the bare necessities. So I guess people can envision their furniture in if you don't have it packed. Okay, so then in this pocket, I had this vintage photo, and then I added this little digital. I wasn't going to do any digitals in here, but I decided I would do a few just for color. You know, I just realized that I don't have a lot of vintage things that are color, so I had to pull out the digitals. And then I added, in this tuck, I added this vintage postcard. I can't see a date, just looks like March 27, but that's about it. I just thought it was so pretty, the pink flower roses. So I'll put that in there. And then I wanted to add some of the lace. And oh no, this one's leaking. Oh, I just put it on. Look at that. Oh my word. Okay, I'm going to have to pause you. I'll be right back. Well, it happened again. I paused the video and then turned it on, and then the phone went. So sorry about that, Karin. It is always happening to me, but I can easily merge this. It's just going to be, you're not going to see how I made a few things that went in here. So, but that's okay. It's nothing new. Let me get this tied. There we go. Trying to figure out when you do these, you have to make them big enough to turn the pages, not snag on the pages. And then until I have it perfectly, I'll keep these long ends until I have it perfectly. So sorry about that, Karin. It just cut off, and I was getting ready to do a final flip through. And anyway, not to be. So anyway, here's the final. We got pictures in this little glassine, the little booklet that I made. I love making these little booklets. They're so much fun. I have a little box so that when I'm sitting watching a boring film or something, I end up making those instead. So I'm trying to get the right tension on those strings. And this is a flip out. And then here is another little booklet that I made. I like this size too. So this will have 2 booklets in it. And this comes out. I think there's 2 pictures of couples in there. And then I glued this on, and this is the label that came with my vintage French lace trim from Karin of French Billet Doux. And then we have this little flip up. And then in this pocket, I just made a little card to write on, if you will. And I started adding digitals, and that's what I was explaining, that I had printed out some colorful digitals to add here because it was very neutral. And then I added some of my vintage and antique postcards because of the beautiful pink. And then I added that lace trim from Karin on this tuck. And then this was a postcard, but it was kind of ruined on one end, but I wanted to save her because it was just beautiful. Just beautiful. And then I made this little writing spot. This is from Souvenier de la France. It's one of her digitals. I just wanted to add a little bit of color. And then this is one of my digitals that I'll be adding into my shop later. I cut that out and added it. And I just love this little girl's folded hands sitting there. And then I added this postcard. It's French postcard. Okay, the pages are turning well. And then I added another one of my digitals that I'll be adding into the shop. And I'm going to make this a little booklet with pages. I just haven't done that yet. That'll be going in. And then I added this vintage French trim again. And then you open this up, and there is a vintage photograph. They look like they're on a boat deck. I can't tell, but it's so cute. So cute. And then I added this Au Bon Marché card from France. Very colorful. And I added this applique. I glued that in. I'm just so upset that that didn't record. And then this is another French photograph that goes in this little pocket with some Amity Bloom washi tape. And then this is also one of my digitals I'll be adding. And these came from French Billet Doux, Karin, one of her, I purchased from her newspaper print, or she may have gifted it to me in my order. But anyway, I think that's from her or Angie. I tell you, I can't remember now. But I made sure I made a copy of that. That could be from Angie. Then I just attached this photo, this antique photo, and it's French as well. And then this is little boys, and one of them has a dress on, and I was trying to figure out why. And then this, I made this initially, but it was too tall, a writing spot. So I made a smaller version, just a writing spot, just to add a little bit of color. Even though I love neutrals, put a little color in. Then towards the end here, I glued this fabric, cheesecloth, and this little cluster. And you can lift it up. And I cut it at an angle. And that's an old postcard. And then I added this French gentleman to this belly band. Another French photograph. And then on part 1, we worked on this tag that's clipped to the back. Now I added this antique photo. I hole punched it and added it to a setting for jewelry. And then I glued it to the card, tag, whatever. And that's it. So it has a bit more color in it. It's not completely neutral, and the pages seem to turn well. So I might cut this off now. Makes me nervous. But I can always add it back. And there you have it. I'm sorry, Karin, that video just cut off. I don't know what happened. But that's the finish of this booklet. It won't be in my shop until January. I don't sell during December. It's just too hectic. And I mean, look what else is going on in my life. But hang in there. I'll have it in my shop in January. New beginnings, new year. And I hope you enjoyed that and got some inspiration. This is Angie Inspired, and I will be back soon. Bye-bye.